Everybody. It's Opposite Saxes.
Welcome,
It's
welcome.
Thursday.
Glad to have you back again.
Thursday at 1 o'clock.
Yep.
We are ready to go. I hope you are.
Yeah. Is everything good out there? It's been fine here. Isn't it nice that we're getting even through September and heading towards October? My favorite time of the year. I like when the leaves start to change. It starts to get a little cooler. Thank
Could
goodness.
they just stay on the trees, however?
Oh, yeah, so they don't end up on your lawn.
But not fall on the yard. The only thing is I've noticed, in fact, even a couple of weeks ago in August, the sun is going down
Right. And
earlier. And I never remember that from
and we're
year to year.
switching the time pretty
Yeah,
soon
pretty
to
soon.
fall back. So that means previously when the sun was excuse me,
Want some
the
water?
sun was, please, thank you very much. That was
Pleasure.
mm,
Just plain
very
water.
tasty. But when the sun would go down normally around 7:30 in the evening, now it's going to be going down at 6:30 in the evening. What does that mean? It's going to start getting darker earlier during rush hour.
Right.
And that's always a pain in the butt around the neighborhoods.
It is.
You have to start watching out for the kids on the street that are out playing.
Yeah, but when it gets down to like central time, 4:45-ish, where it's getting dark,
Yeah,
that's when you really know you're in the winter months.
yeah. But
And you're
that
gonna be home quite a
but
bit
that
more.
almost also means that the sun's coming up
Yes,
earlier in
Yes,
the morning.
that's true.
Although the days are shorter in the winter
Yes, they are.
time
Yes, they are, dear.
too. But
Yeah.
hey, that's not what we were really going to talk about.
No, not at all.
Because we picked the topic, isn't it ironic? Which also was one of my favorite songs by Alanis Morissette. And every time I hear the word ironic, you think of Alanis Morissette and the song. But we were thinking about some things that are kind of ironic. One we were talking about was that George Eastman, who was the founder of Kodak Film, absolutely hated to have his picture taken. He would go out of his way to make sure that people did not take his picture. He just did.
How ironic is that?
Yeah, I mean, this is the man who made his fortune off of making film
Yeah. Yeah.
for cameras and all to take pictures.
Okay, what about Alexander Graham Bell?
He
refused to have a phone in his study, in his house, because the ringing drove him nuts.
The ringing.
That makes no sense.
Now
And
that
why
you
would
say
you?
that, the original phone that he had when he called Mr. Watson,
Yes.
did it have a ringer on it, or he just had a buzzer or whatever?
No, it had to. Because how do you know when people are calling you?
Well, it could have a buzz or a light or
No,
something.
it had a ring. I'm pretty sure it had a ring, but it was attached to the wall and it was the short black cord.
Because now that you mention it, people that are hard of hearing, their phones don't ring necessarily. They have lights, bright lights
Yeah.
that flash.
Yeah. Take some more water.
Um,
You have a frog.
I have a frog. Ribbit,
Yep, yep.
ribbit.
What about Buzz Aldrin's mother? Remember
Yeah, Buzz
Remember
the
the
astronaut. This is fun. This is
his
ironic.
mother's maiden name
Was
Moon.
Moon.
A little eerie.
I wonder if it's
How ironic.
because his uh, mother's maiden name was Moon, if that was any kind of an influence for him to study space and to become an astronaut.
I don't know. Who knows? Possibly. I just think it's kind of eerie.
Yeah, it is kind of eerie. And did you know that Cyndi Lauper's song,
No.
Girls Just Want to Have Fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was written by a guy.
Really?
Mhm.
No,
But I'll tell you what, if you go through and look at the songs that a lot of artists have recorded and made famous, it'll probably surprise you how many of them are about men that were written by women. Carole King, I think, wrote a few tunes that were written by her, but they were about men.
Men, yeah. Well, that's
Uh,
unusual though when you
I
think
mean,
about
Carly Simon's whole career was about that. You're so vain and whatever. It was always about
Well, I think she had a thing
yeah.
about that.
Well, hey, one of the most popular recording artists today is Taylor Swift.
Oh my
And
God.
her career basically started when somebody would jilt her, she'd write a song about him.
What would she, if she and Travis ever broke up,
Oh,
what the heck could
she-
she write about?
she'll
Boy,
destroy the Kansas City
oh my
Chiefs.
God, I can't believe it.
She'll write a song called
Oh.
The Locker Room.
Ooh. What about Pierre Michelin, inventor of the Michelin tire?
Tires?
Died in a car accident.
Oh,
How
really?
sad is that?
Isn't it ironic?
It is ironic.
This was one that I thought was really kind of odd, is that, did you know that pigs can catch swine
I
flu
did know that.
from humans?
I thought they caught it from other pigs, but it's ultimately passed. I thought it was
And was,
passed to humans from the pigs.
well, yeah, but it wasn't was swine flu originally diagnosed in pigs?
Yes,
And so they're saying that
they're
the
saying
pigs
they
get
caught it
sick,
from.
but if you're around a pig with swine flu, that humans can catch it from the pigs,
No,
right?
it says pigs can catch swine flu from humans.
So where do the
So
humans get the swine
yeah,
flu?
that sounds a little suspect.
Yeah,
Is that fake news?
I think it's ironic. This is fun, that the day that Judy Garland died,
Hmm.
a tornado touched down in Kansas.
Ooh.
Ooh, she wasn't in Kansas anymore.
No, she wasn't.
She had left the room.
And I can tell you that there is no rice in rice paper. Why do they call it rice paper?
Why?
I have no idea, but there's no rice in rice paper.
That's interesting, because I thought that was a manufactured
Might be manufactured, but what?
form.
I-
That's
We'd
interesting.
have to Google it. We didn't Google it.
Al Capone's older brother, Vince,
Hmm.
was a policeman in Nebraska. Obviously, he never turned in
funny.
his brother.
No, that's funny.
It's ironic.
It is.
That's what it is. It's ironic.
It's ironic, but sad is, according to a Gallup poll, 1 in 7 Americans can't locate the United States on a map.
What?
I find that hard to believe.
Say that one again. Where is that?
According to a Gallup poll, 1 in 7 Americans can't locate the United States on a map.
I find that
Awfully hard to
one
believe.
1 in 7. That's a pretty good percentage. Don't even know where the United States. Did they
Maybe
never?
that's not
Did
true
they never
either.
go to school? I mean,
Well,
that was
some
one
people
of the,
don't go to school, but
but it was one of the first things you learned. What was it, by third grade or something? You were studying geography,
yeah, I
so
don't
you
know.
would
I
be
can't
able to
figure
know
that
where to
out.
locate the United States on a globe,
I can't figure that
as
out.
well as on a map.
Look at this one.
What's that? A check of 62 police cars in Atlanta, Georgia, found that 27 had expired tags.
Come on. I guess, yeah, it's our government at work.
That always reminds me of the small town of Layton, Florida. Layton, Florida is located halfway down the Florida Keys, between
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Key Largo
Yeah,
and
forget
Key
about
West.
Layton.
And Layton was the county seat for years and years and years and years and years. A very small town. You know,
Very.
probably
Blink and
less.
you'll miss it.
Yeah, less than maybe a half a mile long. And they had a convenience store and a gas station.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say.
But they had a police car. They had a police car that was just parked on the side of the road. And so as you were coming into Layton, and the speed went down from whatever it was, maybe 50 miles an hour or something, down to
It's 30.
35. As you came around the corner, you would see the police car parked on the side of the street, and everybody would slow down. But what was really ironic was the police car was number 12. And you would see number 12 police cars. So I think mentally people would think, is it possible they have 11 more police cars in town? And I better keep my eyes open, and I better drive the speed limit. And it was very, very effective.
It was effective, but after a while, those of us that lived in the Keys
Yes.
and we'd go by there enough, we realized this is a dummy car.
With two things. One
There's
reason
no
she
one
knew it was a
moving.
dummy car was because the grass was growing around the
I mean, the
wheels
police,
under
you'd
the
think they
wheels.
would move it.
So if they were cutting the grass around where this police car was parked, they did it with a trimmer and all. They wouldn't actually get all the grass that was growing up underneath
Wouldn't
the
you
police
think
car.
they'd at least move it a few feet away, back or front, just to move it. It
They-
stayed there. How long were we in the Keys?
We were there for
10
10 years. But I'm
It stayed
telling you,
there for 10 years.
I don't think the car would even start.
Well, push it.
They probably put it there
Push it.
because it didn't run anymore.
It's possible, but
But it was
but they weren't
ironic.
they didn't want those of us that lived there, they wanted all the speeders from
The
the
tourists that were on there, that were trying to, in a hurry to get down to
Yeah.
Key West or so.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
always thought it was interesting that it was police car number 12 in a town that probably only had one or two police cars.
Now, this is really sad. P.J. Turney, father of the modern diner, died of indigestion in 1917 after eating at a diner. That's truly sad.
That would be ironic that
Sad.
somebody who invented a restaurant would die of food poisoning or something like that.
Awful, awful, awful.
John Wilkes Booth?
Yeah.
John Wilkes Booth, his brother, once
Once
saved the life of Abraham Lincoln's son.
just never know.
He saved Lincoln's son and then turned around and killed the president.
Well, but that was John Wilkes' brother,
Oh, his brother.
wasn't
That's
John
right.
Wilkes.
Yeah, right. Amazing.
It still is amazing.
Yeah.
It's
I like that. No rice
very
in rice
interesting.
paper.
And how do they know fish can get seasick? They say fish can get seasick. Well, do
Oh,
they throw up in the water? I mean, how do they know?
I suppose they poop in the water.
Yeah, but that's an everyday occurrence.
Well, but
But how do they know if they get
if
seasick?
they get sick? But how do you know if it's regular poop or if it's diarrhea?
Okay, stop there, right there. We're done.
And
We are done, and more done.
wait, was that all of the?
That's done.
That was all the ironic.
That's it. That's enough.
Yeah, I guess
I think
that's
yeah. We
well.
account for
Here's one that does say that French and African marigolds both come from North America. So French marigolds and African marigolds
didn't
are
know that
not
was a thing.
from. I didn't know there were
I'm not
varieties
that much into
of
marigolds.
marigolds, other than they're pretty, and also, aren't you supposed to plant marigolds in your garden to keep pests away?
I don't know. I don't like marigolds. I don't.
But if you knew
They're
that
not
they
my
kept
first love.
mosquitoes away,
Yeah, then I might love them,
you might.
but I'll have to ask them next time I'm at the nursery.
Yeah, and it's very, very ironic, isn't it?
It is ironic.
But at any rate, thanks for joining us, and also thanks to Alanis Morissette for the song. We appreciate it. See you next week.
See you guys.